My name is Clara Osebwatin. I'm from Ghana. Abna was born without major issues. She hit her milestones, and then at 2.5 years, she started regressing and she was diagnosed with autism. For me as a mother, my aim was to do my best and try every possible treatment. What I like about StemRx is that it's like one-stop shop, You come here, you get your FMT, you get your stem cell, you get like magnetic stimulations, physio, and all of that in 2 weeks.
Hi ma'am, can you just share a bit about yourself and your journey to StemRx Hospital?
Okay, so my name is Clara Osebwatin. I'm from Ghana, and Abna here is my second daughter. Abna was born without major issues. She hit her milestones, and then at 2.5 years, she started regressing and she was diagnosed with autism. So after 2 years of doing what the doctors would tell you to do, which is therapies, and also we did some biomedical treatments, I still didn't have the answer that I wanted at the time. I mean, of course, she was still non-verbal and she had a lot of issues. So I started looking into stem cell, and that's when I came across StemRx.
What were the initial challenges or health concerns that led you to seek treatment at StemRx Hospital?
Okay, so like I said, she's non-verbal. She's still non-verbal. Her social skills is very poor. And then also she had some behavioral issues. Academic, of course, she's going to be 7, but I mean, age appropriate learning wasn't on point. So these were the concerns that I had.
What made you choose StemRx Hospital for your treatment?
Okay, so stem cell is still developing, the research and the science is still ongoing. So I mean, as a parent, you need to do a lot of research about it before you convince yourself whether that's the right thing for you. And so for me, of course, there are a lot of stem cell organizations, hospitals offering stem cell treatment. But I think what was unique with StemRx is the combination with FMT and also the magnetic stimulations. And over the past 2 weeks that I've been here, I think those are the value for money outputs that I have really been excited about. Because this is her second shot, and for the first one, it was just a stem cell and then you off. But having that stem cell together with stimulations every day, therapies, physiotherapy, and all of that, HBOT, I think TPS and all of that, I think it's been great, and watching her enjoy some of the therapies that initially she was really terrified. It's been a great experience over the last 2 weeks.
Can you just recall the first interactions with Dr. Pradeep Mahajan? What were your initial impressions?
Okay, so I had I have a one-on-one with Dr. Mahajan 2 years ago. In fact, when I was looking into stem cells, I was surprised that he availed himself, one-on-one with me. And before the call, I had sent my daughter's medical test that I did, organic test, hair test, a whole lot of tests for him to review before he met me. And when he came into the meeting, he had studied my daughter's results, and I was blown away by the depth of knowledge. When he looked at my daughter's report, immediately he said that your daughter would need FMT because she had gut issues, and that was something that I had been told by others as well, that she had a lot of gut issues, and so she would need FMT. And so it was, and he shared quite a lot of knowledge about it, and I was convinced that he knew what he was talking about. But then again, at the time, like I said, stem cell is new, so you really have to really do your research. So I kept on with it, and then eventually I made a decision this January to come.
How would you describe the relationship between Dr. Pradeep Mahajan and you?
He's a very nice person, and I like the fact that he takes interest in every patient, case. Like seeing him going around every day, sometimes twice. Sometimes I meet him at the physio and we have a chat, how is Abner? And then he will still come to our room and check up on us. I think it's really, really, having somebody who is very personal, as in take interest in patients situations and check up on them regularly. I think it's very welcoming. It makes us feel at home. It's a long journey. We've traveled 11 hours from West Africa to this place. So that kind of reception, that kind of engagement, that kind of bond has really been.
Can you share any specific milestones or moments that stand out in your child's progress during the treatment?
Okay, so it's only been 2 weeks and we do know that stem cell takes time. But then over the last 2 weeks, I've noticed a couple of things. I think, like I said, my daughter was diagnosed 4 years ago and we've done a whole lot of things. But in the area of learning was one of those that we were stuck. Getting her to sit down to do some work with you was a bit difficult. She started picking up recently, but then the interest over the last 2 weeks is quite interesting. Like she will pick a slate, a whiteboard herself, pick a marker and try to practice some of the letters, and I'm like, whoa. So I've seen that she's showing more and more interest in wanting to learn, and also her retention, because I've been doing some work with her, learning colors, learning cards. So I go through with her and then I ask her, pick this for me, and she's able to pick them, and I think that's impressive. Like I said, it's too early, but what I've seen this short time. The second one is social skills. As I mentioned from the beginning, it was one of the areas that I didn't see much progress. I've seen her taking initiative to play with other kids, but of course those other kids also have their own social skills challenges. So I'll be able to better assess when we get back home and she has kids she's familiar with around, us going to other social events to see how well she's doing on social skills.
How has the emotional support from the medical team at StemRx impacted you and your kid?
To be honest, the first 3 days was hard, When you come in, initially my thought was that, okay, the first day is arrival, so you come in to sleep and then everything will start the next day. But no, as soon as you arrive, it starts. And then the next day you have FMT, and the day after you have stem cell, and you see your child so weak. And, as a parent, you get so emotional. But we had the best encouragement and support from the team, people coming around, staff coming around to check up on us, Dr. Harry, Dr. Marjan, everybody coming around to assure me not to worry, she'll be fine. And indeed, she pulled through. By the 3rd day, 4th day, she was running around, and I think it was quite helpful because it's quite tough on you as a parent during the first 3 days when you are going through all the treatments.
If you could share a message with other families facing similar challenges, what would it be?
I know there's a whole lot of divided opinion about stem cell out there. For me as a mother, my aim was to do my best and try every possible treatment to see how my child responds. That gives me satisfaction, and especially seeing that she's making some progress within a short period of time, it gives me a lot of excitement. What I like about StemRx is that it's like one-stop shop, You come here, you get your FMT, you get your stem cell, you get like magnetic stimulations, physio, and all of that in 2 weeks. And the bond is strong, I think that these are individual decisions that parents have to make. But for me, I don't think I regret choosing StemRx.
Is there a specific moment or gesture from Dr. Pradeep Mahajan or the hospital staff that you are particularly grateful for?
Like I said, I think they have been. Okay, so a particular instance is that, food has been a challenge for us because we are not used to Indian food. And when I spoke to staff, when I spoke to Dr. Harry about that, they said, let the kitchen staff help you. And in fact, they helped me to order the ingredients I wanted. They allowed me to go to the kitchen and do my own cooking for my daughter, and that has been really helpful, because otherwise I don't know how we're going to survive for 2 weeks without her eating, because for the first 3 days she barely ate anything, and after that she settled in well, because she was getting the nutrient that she also needed. And so that particular gesture has been really, really helpful, and everybody has come around to support. What do you need, and whichever way that they can help, I think. And let me mention the marketing team, Nisha, Kevin, Tanzil, and the rest. They've all been amazing. The support is really, really appreciated. Thank you all very much.
How has StemRx Hospital played a role in turning those dreams into reality?
Well, it's only been 2 weeks, so it's early. It's too early for me to. Of course, as a parent, my ultimate goal is that my child will make significant progress in the areas that she's struggling: speech, social skills, and all of that. And so I think that the verdict will be out probably after 6-7 months. I'll be able to, yeah. But so far, so good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, may you grow to be what you were born to be. You'll be a great woman, okay? Thank you so much. I mean, look at the cameraman, and very kind to us. You've looked after us for the last 2 weeks. We are really, really grateful. Thank you.